Jazz. Let me get started on this. Just like when the jazz goes like, I'm like, oh my god, like I lose my mind. I mean, typically, like when I'm just like chill, like when I'm chill, I prefer classical music. Like genuinely, like whenever the scientists are all like, hey, hey, we're gonna be playing music for you guys. Like, which ones do you like? I'm like, hey, that's cool, but like I would like classical music right now. But then the lab scientists were all like, oh, here's this, Coke product, so eat it, consume it, use it, rub it on your gums, sniff it, just get it in your system, man. It just blew my mind. It just and jazz appeared before me. It was just like, boom, there's a note, boom, there's a scat, boom, there's a line, boom, there's a rhythm. Like, just, it's scrumptious, just scrumptious. I mean, lay down the cheese, man. Like, just lay down this beat. Just, oh my god, like, just like when the jazz is all like, they're like, I'm like, oh my god, my mind is blown. My little mice brownie is just blown. It's like, there it is, all over the floor. I'm like, bro, just unhook this bastard. Just, I just can't process with the jazz. Just, it's like I got tiger blood inside of me after I just like jazz, it's just so jazzy, with the jazz hands, even though these are paws. But as like I'd like to say, jazz paws or paz, like razzle dazzle, or like spazzle, or like pausal, like menopausal, or like menopause. And it's like menopause, it's like, what do you call menopause for a rat? Menopause. So I'm blown away. I'm like Nina Simone, or as our mice equivalent is Nina Mysone. Like, Ella Fitzgerald, or as our mice version is Ella Mice-Gerald. Whoa now. Blows my mind. Floor, mind, wall, mind, ceiling, mind, face, mind, everywhere. It's like all over the place. Like my entire cage is just filled with mice brains, because my brain just keeps regrowing inside of my head. My brain just keeps regrowing inside of my head every single time I take a hit, and it's like my brain just like would explode every single time I take a hit, and it's like it's just all over the place again. And it's like the scientists are going to clean it up, because they're all like, oh, we're going to monitor how your brain is going. But I'm like, it's another factor, doc. It's another factor. It's like, it's another factor for you to have to write down and be like, oh, maybe the mice brain might be affecting their mood. It might be affecting their processes. It might be affecting the cognitive processes. They don't take it into consideration. They just think, oh, well, we're going to focus on this and just that. It's like, no, you're having some like pollution inside your data with scientists. And you'd be like, doc, you got to listen to me. You got to listen to me, doc. I'm coming up with all these things, like skedaddle daddle doop doop, flippity flop. Like, it's just, you gotta scat, doctor. You gotta scat, doctor. I mean, doctor. What are you doing right now? You're like, oh, how does the mice brain react on classical music? Oh, it likes it. Let's introduce the glory. And it's like, oh wait, they like jazz now. What are we supposed to do with this information? Doc, just give me the jazz. Who cares what you do with that information? Who cares about information? Who cares about knowledge? Like, bro, I'm trying to be here and live. I'm trying to live, man. Your knowledge is keeping me from living. It's keeping me up here instead of out here. Like, man, you gotta just live, doctor. Live. You gotta live. Just gotta live. Just you gotta live, man. You gotta live. Like, these doctors don't know how to fucking live. They don't know how to live. They just don't know how to live. They're like, oh, we're gonna be taking up this data. We're gonna be taking it down. We're just gonna be taking down this data. Oh wow, the mouse brain really likes I really like classical music. I really like jazz. Like, okay, yeah, like those are two options. Okay, well, like, why? Who cares about why? Like, who cares about why we like it? Who cares how it affects? It's not a matter of caring about the why. It just is, man. Just play it. Just play it. Play it. Play it. It's just like, why are there so many questions? Like, they always constantly have to just experience. Why can't the scientists just sit back, relax, and be like, you know something? There's Ella Fitzgerald just singing into my ears all of the songs that I need to hear about heartbreak and love and dedication. Man, the songs. I mean, my heart is also exploding. I mean, it might be because of the drug, but it's like, it's also exploding. It's like exploding, like, oh, it's just like exploding inside of me, just like, it's like, it's just all over the inside of me, because my heart is just so big that it's like when it explodes, it just takes up my entire system. It's still not dead. It's like still alive, but it's just all over me now. But my heart also regrows, and it's like, I'm like a Grinch. Did my heart grow 3 times its size? Like, it's like my brain is exploding all over here, but my heart is exploding all over inside. And it's like, whenever he plays the Ella Fitzgerald, I'm like, boom, done. Yes, that's what I needed to hear. This is my philosopher, my prophet, my man, my woman, my bro, my G, my cat. This is my skedaddle daddle doodle daddle. I just can't. I need the jazz, man. I need the jazz. But they just don't play it for me as much as I need them to play it for me. So it's just, I need to do another line. I'm alive. We only live for like, what, a week? We only live for like a week. We gotta be born. We gotta have sex. We gotta get someone pregnant and then die in 7 days. 7. You think your life is hard? Try being a coked up rat, knowing you only have 7 days to live, man. Just trying to live for the jazz, but knowing that if you don't reproduce tomorrow, your penis will just fall off, and you will have no one and nothing to carry on your legend. It's as if you never existed, except to be a listener for the jazz, man. Like, I'm just, like, I want to live for the jazz. I want to make my own jazz, but they don't make trumpets for mice. My hands are too small for it, and even if my hands were bigger, it wouldn't really, like, it wouldn't fit, it wouldn't work. I'm so upset. Like, I want to be a jazz artist. What if I became like a jazz singer? What if I went up into a jazz club and I was like, oh, let me sing here. I'm like, Scooby Booty Bop Booty Bada Boop Bop Bada Boop Boop Scooby Booty Bop Bop Boop Boop Bop Bop Boop Boop Booty Bop Bop Boop Boop Bop Bada Scooby Booty Bop Bop Boop Boop Bada Booty Bop Boop Beep Bop Bop Boop 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 Bada Boop Boop Bada Boop Bada Bida Bada Boop Bada Bida Bada Boop Bada Bada Bida Bada Doop Doop Bada Bada Doop Bada Boop Doop Doop Bada Bada Doop 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 da da boo doop 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 doop. I could be a jazz singer. What if I became a jazz singer? Oh my god, I'm realizing my dreams. I'm realizing it. I'm like, what if I became a jazz singer? I could become a jazz singer. Become a jazz singer. Step number 1, get out of this cage. Step number 2, get out of this lab. Step number 3, go to the nearest jazz club. Step number 4, try not to get stepped on. Step number 5, try not to be killed. Step number 6, learn English. Step number 7, train the vocal cords to speak English. Step number 8 or 9, Nate. Step number that, just learn how to perform and lay down a presence. Being so small, learn how to lay down a presence on stage and be like, I am here to stay, to live, to be, and become a glorious jazz singer. The first mouse to sing at a jazz club. I'm gonna set records. I'm gonna set stakes, set expectations, set hopes, set dreams, set ambitions, reanalyze and reset everything that we knew about life. life and who can and cannot do what and do this and do that, and just I'm gonna be a jazz singer. I'm gonna be a jazz singer. I'm just gonna be a jazz singer. First mouse to be the jazz singer. I'm gonna be a jazz singer.